I'm here today to explain about the controls of the Optimist. The first one is the SPRIT. In heavier winds, lighter sailors can use this to, as you can see, it creates a crease in the sail, which makes the top half of the sail not be used, so it's flatter. And when you pull it on in the lighter stuff, it makes the sail more full, which is easier to handle. So for lighter sailors in heavier winds, you'd want to ease it off. Second thing I'm going to talk about is the kicker. This is the green rope we can see down here. This tightens the back of the sail, the leech, and adjusts it. So in heavier winds, we'd probably want more kicker on because it will tighten the leech. We do this by pulling the main sheet in quite tight, and then you can pull the kicker up through the block, and then that's tightening the back of the leech. In heavier wind for lighter sailors, again, you'd use this quite a bit more. For the heavier sailors, we would still put some on, but we wouldn't use as much.
So I'm going to talk to you about the mast stroke. So you always want a parallel boom. So in heavier winds, when you sheet in, the boom will go lower. So then you want to twist the mast foot to clockwise. So then it will bring the bottom tighter and then the top of the mast forward, so the boom lifts up.
Now onto the main sheet. The main sheet circle helps you in light winds and heavy winds. Again, you want it further forward for light winds, so it's easier to roll tack and get further forward in the boat. But for heavy winds, you'd rather have it centre, so it pulls down the boom in the centre and like all together instead of just individual parts of the boom.
The boom preventer, so you want more twists when it's lighter to get more power in the sail. So you just take the kicker off, push the boom up, and then put more twists on here. For the main sheet, this is a 4-to-1. So for lighter sailors, you would have that, so it just makes it easier to sheet in when it's windy, and then when you get heavier and stronger, then you can go to a 3-to-1, and there's less main sheet in the boat, so it's easier. And then you always want the ratchet on, so you can hear the clicks and how much you're sheeting in. So the outhaul controls the bottom of the sail. So when it's lighter, you can loosen it, so you get more power in the bottom. And then when it's tighter, that's when it's heavier winds. So you can depower the sail, so you're not overpowered.
Sail ties, which control the front of the sail. So the ones on the mast need to be between 2 to 3 millimeters, which is recommended. And the corner ties need to be thicker because they take a lot more load and they're a lot more important. And the ones on the boom need to be between 5 to 8, and if they're measured incorrectly, you can get points added to your racing result, which nobody really wants.
Hello, my name's Sarah McGovern and I am the Optimist National Squad head coach, and these are my top tips for the Optimist class. So my first top tip is to keep things simple and to do the simple things really well. My second top tip is practice, practice, practice. So in this junior sport that we do, we don't get to spend enough time on the water. So any weekend that you can get on the water and play or do any structured training, the better. Final top tip is boat prep. So the more prepped your boat is, the more time you're going to be able to spend on the water and the more fun you're going to have.
Epic. Pretty mad. Full on. Exhilarating. Intense. Scary.
I've got to